Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. In the last episode, we made it to the second floor, apparently. We helped the plumber seal a leak in the pipes, which apparently are flooded with ghost tentacles up here. We encountered a ghostly seance where the ghosts were reaching out to the human world for contact. And we're bumping into a few harder encounters. I think we fought a poltergeist as well in the last episode. Dr. Whom, however, is continuing to meet the challenges as they present themselves. And as long as they continue not to possess too many swords, we should be okay. And by swords, I mean the statistic. I think we have a story token, right? That's involving them at the moment. No, we redrew the clue token thing that doesn't work. Okay, right. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back. It's been a few days since I've recorded Viewer. It's been about 5 days, I think, or roughly that long. Today is the 30th. August 30th, 2024. I had a medical procedure earlier. Nothing too terrible. Everything's looking good, but it kept me from recording for a few days afterwards. I'm back. I figured we would do a analysis of Doctor Whom together up here on the second floor while the music plays. So let's take a look. We have 22 life and 33 sanity, so good. Looking good on those fronts. We can't take too many hard punches, but we can take a few rather disturbing encounters, and we'll be okay. Our stats are looking good. 4 swords, we want that to be 5, probably soon, with 6 cups and 6 wands. 7 pentacles too. That's being propped up by all the plus pentacle items and or arcana cards that we possess currently. And 3 talismans, 2 air talismans, and a fire talisman. Oh, looks like we're going for a heroic defensive feat. And if I get this before we get the Bone of Cups, we're going to be taking the Bone of Cups next, I'm guessing, when it comes to where my experience has been placed. Here's our current edges, 1 level in Polygot, making it easier for us to do persuasion and deception challenges, arguably helping. The scrying of those challenges to show us what the tricks are. We have to have a face card in our hand for those challenges. 1 face card is guaranteed to be in our hand, but only 1. Lures are a little easier, and we get the values of face cards in our hand when we're attempting to flee or evade if we don't spend them. One face card's value is added to our trick-taking score. We found 2 clues so far. We have a bunch of quests we're working on at the moment. And for items, a bandolier, allowing us to store ammunition. Flash of Genius, which we haven't used this, I think, beyond once, where we can pick a unrevealed trick card, and if it's a face card, we earn points based on the number that we rolled, added to our trick-taking score when we reveal it, and we get another card to our draw hand. A toolkit, which I constantly forget to use, which is supposed to make opening doors and dealing with traps, I think. Lock, repair, and technology. A little easier. And we just picked up Thoughts Acquire Speed at some point. Lowers all the non-face trick cards on the board. An equal number of them, a number of them equal to what we roll by a number equal to what we rolled. Roll a 1 card is lowered by 1 point. Roll a 6 cards are lowered by 6 points. Feels like there should be some sort of... Well, who cares? Move on, Tim. We have some spells. Ray of Chasmodai. What does this do again? Select a non-face card in your hand, discard, and then subtract the numerical value of that card from X random revealed trick cards, where X is the number of pentacles rolled, then draw a card. Right, I think this saved us in the battle against the green slime an episode or 2 ago. Lore of Quillcloth. Roll a bone, select a face card, swap it with any played card to take a trick, regardless of suit. Then draw X cards. Oh, interesting. But it has to be a face card. Okay, and then we draw extra cards. And, of course, our crystal ball. We have 2 Arcana cards. What's this one? +1 cups. Oh, nice. The Tower. Replenish all courage for any heroic feat cards in your inventory that require courage after this card is used to take a trick. And, of course, our Magician for +2 perception. Alright. Not bad. Let me quickly save this off. Alright, sorry for that. And now let's go ahead and begin. Or continue exploring this second floor. There's something right ahead of us in this bookshelf. Why don't we see what it is? You notice an eerie glow. There is a large vase set on a pedestal. The opaque glass base is topped with a ceramic lid that is marked with strange runes and glyphs. As you observe the vase, a face materializes within it. It swirls around inside, locked in a horrific, silent scream. The face in the vase is truly disturbing. You can't actually hear it scream, but the expression evokes an overwhelming urge in you to scream as well. We have a fantastic hand for this. I'm willing, because we have a good hand, I'm willing to play a little loose, as it were. Nice. Took the page with our knight. We'll take this ace with our knight as well. It didn't matter in the end if we held on to it, and that is it. You resist the urge to scream and gather your wits and courage. The face swirls around the interior of the vase, illuminated from within by a ghostly blue energy. The silent scream still echoes in your ears, or perhaps only your imagination. You recognize the vase's construction and the runes etched along its lid. This is a spirit jar, its sole purpose to bottle up and slowly leech off energy from powerful beings. You should proceed with caution. So this is the target of the quest we have from the mother we met in the mirror. This is her child. I have never actually destroyed the vase, ever. Although we could do so with sorcery. But I think we will, as usual, free the face instead. Or free the face, free the child. This is the child that the ethereal woman in the mirror is seeking. You decide to use the release incantation that was taught to you and free the child. It's a perception lore challenge. Can we use our toolkit here? No, lock technology. Okay. We could use thoughts to acquire speed to select the page of cups. So before we do that, let's see what else is on this board. We do have 2 kings in our hand, so we might not need to use that heroic feat. A 7 of wands. We have no wands cards, though, in our hand. We have to take that 5 of... Or do we? If we use thoughts acquire speed, we might draw another pentacles card afterwards. Do we do that? We have... Well, we have... Oh, sorry, not thoughts acquire speed. I'm saying the wrong thing. Flash of genius. Can use flash of genius. Let's do it. Ugh. Well, this is going to be only 2 points, but we did take it. And we drew a 9 of cups in our hand, so not what I was hoping for. Okay, well then we still have to take that 5. We don't have another pentacles card. We see a 10 of swords here. Let's go over the other ones. Maybe we don't... Oh, we flipped over the page of cups. Now we have to do something about it. Alright, so let's play the ace on the page. Oh, wow. Well, that's a shame. There's a Queen of Pentacles, and our king can't take it. We already deployed him over there. So our king can go on this. Okay, not bad. There's nothing else I can do. And we won the challenge anyway, so let's just win. The runes etched on the lid glow with power, and then fade. You twist off the lid, and the creature flows out of the vase. Before you object, it wraps itself around you in an aura. You must return it to its mother. Let's search the rest of the room. Some quests have you acquire an item or something of the sort. Like that one, like the heart that we returned to the face. Most do not require you to take an item. We don't have to return the child immediately, but the mother is right here. She's been waiting a long time for her child to be returned, so... You release the child of energy back to its mother. You step towards the mirror, and the child of energy seems to flow out from your body and through the portal. You feel the pure joy of the reunion. As promised, you are rewarded. Plain touched. During the results phase of any successful challenge option that has the sorcery type, there is a 5% chance that nothing of interest card will be turned into a gains charges card. The lovers. This heals us, if I recall correctly. Okay, another arcana card's nice. We could use it if we have any... Well, I'm going to babble. Let's move on. 2 creatures of shadow swirl around you. You recognize immediately that you are dealing with a type of ghostly creature that feeds off human emotions, fear and pain being the most succulent. You can either stand firm and fight them psychically, or run and hope to fight another day. We already encountered these creatures, so we do not have to pass a horror challenge this time. The normal difficulty for this is 9. The game has added 5 additional points to it. I think then we'll go ahead and use the option I added. We'll shadow box them. You throw a few jabs and notice they actively avoid the shadow of your punches. For a second, they hesitate. That's when you realize you can take them. It's going to be a bit of touch and go, though. Metaphorically speaking. Ooh. Well, we have a King of Pentacles. The rest of our cards are not terribly good. 2 high numbered, and the rest are all low numbers. 8 of Wands. We have no Wands cards either. Queen of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Well, our king takes you, and we win the challenge. 8 of Pentacles. We have the other Pentacles cards. Take that 8 with our 10. Take that 2 with our 4. And that's all we can do. But we still win. Not many people are afraid of their own shadows, let alone others. Looks like these nightmares should have been, though. It's this again. I like when this happens. 2 more experience points. These are used to help you with traps in particular. Let's see. So we really want to read these carefully. This is like Flash of Genius, only it affects non-face cards. You don't get any points either. You just lower the card's value down, and that's it. And then we draw a card. Calm Sidestep is what is like our Flash of Genius. I like this. Graceful Evasion, I don't care. Graceful Evasion is one where you get to discard health loss cards. I don't care about when I lose. I care about not losing. This bumps up non-face cards in our hand by our cups value. That could be useful too. Duck and roll. Select X revealed non-face trick cards and bump their values down. Well, how's that different than this? This roll 1 bonus, select X. Sorry, everyone. we're doing the Tim's a bit incredulous at these 2 feats here. Roll 1 bone and then select X revealed non-face trick cards and bump their values down X. And this is select a not revealed singular trick card and bump only its value down. That seems awful compared to Duck and Roll. Into the Shadows. Select X revealed non-face trick cards. This is exactly the same as Duck and Roll. There is no difference whatsoever. Which makes me think one of these is probably... Into the Shadows is probably used for fleeing. And Duck and Roll is used for traps, is my guess, as to how these 2 are used. Okay. So I think we want Burst of Speed and Calm Sidestep. So we'll start with Burst of Speed. Now we need a bone of cups to be able to use it. So we'll start working towards that. Let's go look at the feat really quick as well. Make sure I'm content with what we just got. We need 3 cups. It uses 1 to 2 courage to use it. Right, random amounts of courage are used for some of these feats of yours. It is a cups feat as well, so we need a cups bone to use it, as opposed to our thought feats here. Our heroic intelligence feats, I think is what these are called. And these require, obviously, wands. Alright, let's save the game really quick. Okay, and now we continue. What are you? You come across a desiccated body leaning up against a wall. It was dragging a cloth bag of valuables along with it. This poor soul chose the wrong house to burgle. How do you get this far? This must be the body which the haunted armor spoke. You see a decaying satchel of thieves' tools and loot gripped in the skeletal hand. A 9 of swords. Is it one of the only 2 flipping cards shown up there? Alright, so we can't do anything about that 9 of swords. We don't have a swords card that equals it, so we'll just leave it there and flip over others. A 2 of wands. Do we have any wands cards? We have no wands cards in our hands. Queen of swords, get our ace. Queen of cups can get our king, and we win the challenge. We have to play our 6 there. Play a 2 here. Lose our 8. Only 1 card could we take, but we still won the challenge. You rummage through the corpse's pockets and possessions and find nothing. Staring down at what is left of the desiccated remains, a thought suddenly occurs to you. You cut open the corpse's stomach and search around. There it is. You pick it up. It glows eerily in the darkness. This is one that... Oh, I thought we actually had a coin or something from this. Okay, we do not. Alright, we can turn that in then when we're back on the other side of the mansion. The gun room. We're a sharpshooter, right? Ranged weapon specialist. Okay. There is likely, but not always guaranteed to be, but most likely, like 99% of the time, an encounter in here which gives us a guaranteed gun of some sort. So let's get a weapon. There also may be a stuffed crocodile in here. Only one encounter. I'm gonna save the game again. Okay, strategically saving the game this time. Alright, let's see what this is. You notice several old broken gun cases. Upon closer examination, you see a scattered assortment of mostly antique weapons through the glass panes that enclose the boxes. Oh, this is not a good chance. We only get 5 draw. So I lowered the difficulty of this challenge to 1. Because I felt it was kind of ridiculous that you can't find a gun in all these gun cases. It could be argued that most of them are busted, and so there's none available here. But I did lower the difficulty to 1, so the game has increased the difficulty by 12 points. And I don't like our draw of only 5. So we could use the lovers to help us win this challenge in a large way. But I will wait and come back here, which is a shame. But that's what we're going to do. I want another point of swords before I interact with this. At least 1 more point. Suddenly, you see the dim glow of a formless ghost just ahead of you. It seems to just hang in the air. It may be the most basic of spectral creatures, an unformed psychokinetic disturbance, but it's a spirit all the same, and it would frighten any flesh and blood human. Queen of Wands. We have no Wands cards again. We flipped over a Knight of Cups. We have a King, so we win the horror challenge. Okay, that's not so bad. The haunting manifests itself as a dim ball of light. It has no sense of its previous life or existence. It wanders, hopelessly lost. You should exercise caution. These haunts cannot be reasoned with, and they can be lethal if disturbed. Well, these are both okay. I guess we'll try the ghost. Could try running, but I think we'll fight. You decide to use your psychic talents to dispel the ghost and send it to the spirit world. It will most likely resist. Ah, good hand. If at least we have 3 face cards of different suits. Our king, we could hold on to the king in case there's a face? That's right. If there's a Pentacles face card up here. But I would rather just win the challenge. And this won't let us win quite yet. We still need another face card up here. We can take that 10 with the page and we win. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It turns its mindless anger and desperation against you, but you prevail. You feel that whatever it was before would thank you for the peace you gave it. Well, that's our bone. Let's get it. We'll take a point of swords next. This is either the grandfather clock, or it could be the creepy man from Phantasm. Your attention is drawn to a magnificent grandfather clock that dominates its section of the room. Constructed out of rich mahogany, its exterior is decorated with ornate friezes and carvings. Its large brass pendulum hangs motionless, but frozen oddly at a slight angle. You had your fair share of encounters with possessed or cursed furniture, and you don't sense anything supernatural here. There is something strange, however. An aura or energy of some sort is being hidden here. It is hard, though, not to be awestruck by the quality of the craftsmanship that went into building the clock. Perhaps it meant as a distraction. You notice that the main assembly housing contains a multitude of gears, pins, and even tubes. Many seem like they have been added haphazardly. The clock isn't even working. You should be able to follow the possessed organ's instructions to find and remove the missing parts. We have no swords cards in our hand. We do have 2 face cards, a king and a page. There's a trap which occurs here if you fail this. So thankfully, we did not. You have to do some digging, but you managed to retrieve the parts. Those are 2 quest cards because both the Organ Master and the haunted, organ want those parts. So now, what are we going to do? I think we complete this quest. Oh, there's still quite a few things down here that we also want to do. The axe-wielding madman's down there. This leads to the backyard. We destroyed the oven, didn't we? Did we destroy the oven? I think we did some time ago. We did. Okay. If I go back downstairs and turn in these quests now, I'll be coming back down here again later to turn in even more of them. So the question is, do I do that now and draw another story token, or do we keep on exploring the upper floor? I think we turn in the quests. Okay. Let's finally arm wrestle this? Yeah, we have a good... Oh, pick the lock. Oh, we have a better chance of actually wrestling the arm. Well, let's do that. The hand and arm seem to be mocking you. You decide to grip the arm firmly by the hand and wrestle it. Perhaps in this way it will open the door. It also counts as a lock. So we should be able to use our toolkit. What does that do again? Roll 1 bone and then select one revealed we have a revealed non-face trick card and we bump its value down. Okay, let's do it. Perfect time to use the card. We have a 9 of cups. We got 6 of cups per hand. If the toolkit can be used to lower this down to 6, which it does not do, we would find a use for it. All right, very situational item that we weren't able to put to good use, but we did remember to use it. Wow, we're not going to play any of those face cards for our wands. You win the contest of strength. It wasn't easy, but gradually you managed to move the arm counterclockwise. Several times it seems to want to wrench your arm out of its socket, but in the end you prevail. The door clicks open. Or a fortune, it is a lock. I think that's our 3rd one of those. You see a bunch of papers spread out on top of a desk. Among the clutter are an assortment of old envelopes, letters, and even a few parchment papers. You think this might be the stash of papers that the strange alchemist sent you after. You should be careful to speak the release words so that the ward can't harm you. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles are our scryed card. We have a 5 of Pentacles and a Page of Pentacles. Why not use them? So we'll flip over to 3 and play our 5. Flip over to 9 and play our Page. We still have not won the challenge. We had to hope for a swords card up here that our knight can take. We have apparently a Cups card in our hand. Oh, well, there's the Queen of Swords. She can have her ace. And we are failing the challenge. You speak the words of release, but you can't feel the ward dissipate. How many times does this have to happen before you start paying attention to people who have important things like words of release to tell you? Alright, let's try that again. 3 of Wands. We have a bunch of Wands cards in our hands, so that's no issue. Flip over other cards. Knight of Swords. We have no other face cards. Page of Pentacles. We have no face Pentacles cards. We can take the 8, and then we can take the 3. You speak the words of release so you can feel the ward dissipate. You grab up the sheets of paper and put them away in your pockets. Where is that organ master? That's the organ itself. Hold on. Am I doing this the right way? Okay, wait. Find the ghost of the organ master who stole the parts and just... No. Oh, we need to go to the organ first. Okay. Oh, that's all the way on the other side of the mansion. Oh, that's super awkward. I thought we were going to the organ master now. We are not, so there's even less of a reason to go this way. We're not stopping by his place at all. Alright, well, we've already committed to this, so we will continue. Oh, we did that a long time ago. You decide to tell the alchemist that you have found his papers and hand them over. Most excellent, young master. I thank thee. Now I must be on my way, but feel free to make use of anything I leave behind. A portal of shimmering blue vapors opens up in front of him, and he steps through. The portal vanishes, and you are left alone. And just 1 experience point. That was awful. Well, Swords is next. And again, it was rather easy, all things considered. Let's turn this in. Have you found the bead? A multitude of armor gazes expectantly at you, and you feel the anticipation in its voice. You decide to tell the armor that you have found the bead the Sabbatic witch used to imprison his soul. You say you will help free it. While the armor stutters in anticipation, salvation is at hand, it tells you. It directs you to place the bead in front of it and crush it with your foot. A cloud of sickening green vapor erupts, followed by a soul-piercing howl. It was a trick. The witch lied. The armor now wants to follow you until it can exact its revenge. We get our first companion. Doesn't add any weight to us. In other words, this is a free swords item in your swords inventory. Gives us +1 swords. If you fail a combat challenge, it stops 1 health point loss from being applied to our character. The +1 swords is what really makes it useful. The Star, another Arcana card. Gain a random spell. After this card is used to take a trick. Another point of experience. Very nice. Well, I guess we're going to walk into this room. The odds of the polar bear being in here is almost... No, it's not in there. Or rather, it's not that... Yeah, it's not that encounter, and it's not in there. It won't be in that room. Well, now we're back to where we started from, Tim. Let's go back to the grandfather clock. That's it. So we did get 1 more swords, but now I want another. So we're going to come back for the weapons. You hear a mechanism click and see motion out of the corner of your eye. A large pendulum swings down into your location at a tremendous rate of speed. It looks like it could cut you in half. Well, we have a good chance, better chance to step aside and deflect the blade. It seems like a crazy idea, but your martial arts judo training kicks in. We have that? You decide to strike the blade and nudge it to the side as you step in the opposite direction. Evade trap. So we do have our burst of speed card, which we could use to level all of these low number cards to actually useful cards. So we may do that. Let's first flip cards over. Well, there's no reason to use it quite yet. There goes our pentacles to the king. Is there a better target? You know what? I don't think there is. We'll just play the king now and win the challenge. And burst of speed looks like it would not have been very useful at all, so glad we didn't use it. You calmly swivel around, stepping to one side while you strike the blade with the palm of your hand. It swooshes by with so much as giving you a scratch. Without so much as giving you a scratch is what that should say. Your attention is drawn to a large stone statue of a truly horrific and bizarre-looking gargoyle. It sits on a pedestal with its arms wrapped around its legs. You feel a sudden shock shoot down your spine as you notice its eyelids blink open. The stone statue is alive. You fight to control a growing tide of fear that is sweeping over you. Can we pass this horror challenge? I think we can. We do. Barely, but we do. The gargoyle stretches itself out and unfurls its large wings. You notice its razor-sharp claws. Before you realize it, it moves forward to attack you. I think this is what we need to destroy for the busts we met downstairs. Physically bash it, or use sorcery against it. Sorcery is better. Sometimes it's best to fight fire with fire. In this case, you think your sorcery can dispel the energy that is emanating this creature. That's okay hand. Page and a knight. Some okay numbered cards. And we win. Ooh, look at all those face cards we can't do anything about. You unleash a wave of sorcery that rips the gargoyle apart. You wonder if you are that good, or whether this is some type of trap. So here we get the Beggar's Coin, which is added to our wands items, and is a cursed item. Okay, there's our swords improved again. Wands also affects our ability to interact with this, so we don't. Now that we increase our swords, we got to get rid of that coin, and I think that's downstairs on the right-hand side. I will continue to explore the rest of the second floor, though, as we make our way over to the stairs over there. Oh, you immediately notice the enormous 12-foot stuffed crocodile displayed prominently in the room, which is adorned with many other eccentric collector's pieces. A sudden chill shoots down your spine as the tail of the crocodile begins to sweep back and forth. The eyelids flick open, and you know something is terribly wrong. You can't be sure whether this thing is alive, undead, or animated by some dark sorcery, but it certainly looks hungry. We don't have any other swords cards. We lose that. We'll play the knight. We have to play this knight, and we win the horror challenge. Since the very beginning, we learned we can get an edge upgrade from a horror challenge. There's no reason not to try to win as much as we can against them. The crocodile turns to face you, and you can clearly see the stitches that indicate that this creature was stuffed and then reanimated, probably as a guardian for this place. Its gaze is locked on you, and it slowly starts to advance towards your location. Oh, we can knock the stuffing out of it, literally. It's animated by sorcery, but it has a physical body. You've been able to deal with such threats in the past by destroying the physical body, and this time should be no different. I'm gonna take out our fists and beat it to death. We have a King of Wands. So as long as we get a Wands card, we should be okay for this. With a target number of only 4. But we need a Wands. Okay, there we go. Is this a face card for Wands? Statistically, probably not. So we played the king. And it was not. It was a Wands card, not a face. You won the battle. You knocked the stuffing out of it until it can't continue any further. A clue. +2 draw bonus. A flash of light comes from everywhere and nowhere, like somebody just took a picture. After your eyes adjust, you look around, but can't see a source for the strange flash. I said I was not going to really search for the clue tokens anymore. Apparently I lied. Secret door. It usually contains secret rooms, which, like Garrett, I believe are the best rooms in the house. You've discovered a secret wooden door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. With our wand's penalty, this is painful. It's painful even without the wand's penalty. I think we'll just leave this alone and come back. There's the other attic entrance. This in here was interact with the Talisrati generator downstairs, but I want to get rid of this beggar's coin. So we're gonna actually, God, I hope it's on this side of the mansion. We're gonna aim to go downstairs now. Stand by for a propulsion test in 4, 3, 2, 1. Another bad story token. All challenges that involve pentacles as the primary suit receive a -1 modifier. Number of trick cards placed on the board while this story icon is active. My goodness. There's half of them should be good, so we're just getting unlucky when it comes to the story tokens being drawn. Now, where is it? If I was wrong, that's really embarrassing. It's not on this side of the mansion, is it? It's on the other side. No, it's down here. No, is it? No, it's not down there. Oh, no. Where is it? Oh, this is gonna stink if it's not on this side of the mansion. Oh, where is this? Other side of the mansion. Okay. Well, that sucks. Alright, so we wasted all that time. We need to turn that in. We gotta get rid of this coin. We could just drop the coin. Just get rid of it from our inventory. Just say, screw it. It's not worth it. Look at all the turns it would take to get back there again. Here's the Talisrati generator. We could go back upstairs and I guess just try to complete that quest. Let's... wasting so much turn doubling back and forth, but we're going to do it. It seems impossible, but a human skeleton steps in front of you from out of the gloom. It hisses at you and you smell the breath of death. Some dark necromancy must animate this long-dead creature. You can't even understand how the bones could be held together. It's terrifying. We have a Pentacles card? We do. 6 of Pentacles. Odds of the queen being up here is very low. You were part of the team that took down the Black Circle of Necromancers a few years back. Were we? You have encountered your fair share of reanimations over the years. I get the feeling Dr. Whom's been a lot more active than I thought he was. This is more difficult because of the one story token, but it would still be difficult for us anyway. We'll attack the skeleton. You got a bone to pick with this skeleton. If you hack it to pieces, you expect it won't be getting back up. I'm about to say, well, we need a card that it matches something we have in our hand, game. If if you want to give us a chance to win this challenge. All right, there we go. All right, I could. You won the battle. You knock the head off and separate the spine from the rib cage. An arm is lying over by itself. The spell is broken, and the thing goes still. Edge upgrade. We'll take an edge upgrade. What are we leveling? Let's take the escape artist one. For flee, evade, or hide challenges. Max that out. You see a strange man hunched over a work table that is cluttered with blueprints, tools, gadgets, and colorful test tubes. He barely takes any notice of you at first, as if he had frequent visitors to his laboratory, which you find highly unlikely. You recognize the man from his odd file almost immediately. Dr. Laszlo Benway. What could he possibly be doing here? There's obviously some strange convergence that's attracting the most notorious and nefarious characters and supernatural entities to this place. Maybe he's helping the aliens. You could attack him and kill him. But he's part of a long quest series, so I'd rather do that. Strange bedfellows? This place is downright dangerous. He's not your primary mission objective. Maybe you two could both find a way to help each other out. Well, we have a wands card up there. We might be able to do it. But we don't. You clear your throat. You tap on the table. Hello, McFly. Anybody home? I haven't got all day, Benway. He studiously ignores you. The insult stings. Alright, never mind. We're gonna go turn in this stupid coin. Never mind. Mistakes were made. Forget it. We're gonna go turn in the coin. Let's just do that right now. Forget it. Forget all about it. No, who cares? It's a bad story you took. We're wasting all this time, but we're not gonna do the backyard. The rats come towards you like an immovable force of nature. There must be 100 of them. If they overwhelm you, you fear that you might not be able to get back up. Is there an exterminator in the house? You're outnumbered, but not outgunned. We actually are outgunned. We don't have any guns. Is the page up here? Probably not. So we use our knight. And we win. You kill dozens, wound even more, and fling yet more away. At some point, they seem to break, like they were being controlled by a single will, and then scatter and flee. What's the quest next? We got the parts, right? We got to install it. I think, yeah, we install it in the organ next, which is on the other side of the mansion, but with this wands penalty. Zombies! I hate these guys. This place knows how to keep me on our toes. Let's build a summer house here. Attack the zombies. We have to aim for the head with our fists, apparently. We have no cups cards. We can do nothing about that one. We don't want to use our 8. Use our knight. Use our page. Because I don't want to lose this challenge. Alright, not bad. You won the battle. Dismembered zombie bodies are still twitch around on the floor, putting on quite the show. Take your stupid coin back. The Bus were once members of a family that resided here. The story is muddled. Oh, we read that a long time ago. You decide to approach the singing bus with the cursed coin and free them. You read the inscription on the coin and it magically separates into 5 pieces. You place a fragment into the mouth of each of the busts, careful not to forget the cracked one on the floor. After the last head swallows its fragment, you see glowing spirits rise from each head and then evaporate. It seems they have left you a reward. Let me get back some sanity loss and, more importantly, 3 experience points. What are we taking? We're going to need a bone of swords when we get a actual weapon. If we get a weapon. I'm going to just hold on to those experience. We can do the gong now while we're here. We can also probably kill the axe-wielding madman. You can get an axe as a reward for that fight, but I would like the gun first from upstairs. So we're doing a lot of back and forth, which is wasting time. So we're probably gonna have to be in the basement a little without leveling as much. Once we reach this story token, so once another 3 are drawn, we need to get to the basement because we need enough time to find out. We need to find a way down to the 2nd floor and then figure out how we can get to the end room. I'm mentioning this once again, viewer. I apologize. I'm all over the place today with what I'm talking about because all this running around, going to the wrong side of the mansion, and then changing my mind and running back, that adds time. And that time is counting against you when you have the story tokens active. Okay. Let's now ring the gong. Decipher the runes and ring the gong. It's clear to you that the runes are instructions for solving the puzzle and activating the gong. You set about figuring out their origin and then attempting a translation. 9 of swords. We have a knight of swords. I'm going to take this so that we don't lose the knight if I flip over a face swords card that's a queen or a king. which there wasn't any of. You recognize the runes as a secret language of the enchantments that adorned the terracotta army of the first Qin Emperor. Is it Qin or Quinn? Qin, I think. They detail an invocation. You follow the instructions to the letter. At first you think that nothing has happened. Then suddenly a ghostly aura enshrouds the gong and you. A flash of light blinds you for just a second, and you know that a gate has been opened and something has come through, and its presence is terrifying. You know from your odd briefings that any time a portal or gate to another dimension is opened up, the effects on the sanity of humans can be quite disastrous. You feel a growing sense of fatigue and despair at the presence of this dimensional rift. We apparently have wands cards, a single 8. We'll take that 7 with our 10. Lose that 6 to the queen. We don't get another chance at hard challenges, so we'll just play the king and win it. We can take that ace with our 2. We can take that 8 with our page. And we lose the 9 to the king. Your mind is strong. You see things far worse than this. In fact, you were present when the Cacophony Gate was closed with a Lost Elder sign. This pales in comparison. That sounds like something we would do. Helping the team close something based on the research we had done. Directly in front of you, a shimmering Chinese dragon now floats. Its tail coiled around the base of the gong. Its glowing eyes fix on you, and you hear it speak directly into your mind. I have come to grant you 3 challenges, if you can first prove your worthiness. I've never fought the dragon. I don't see why I would. You get to... Why... Is there a reason? No, there's no reason to. You step forward to prove your worthiness. I don't like the idea of fighting him, although we have a good chance of doing so with our spells, or physically just strangling it to death, I guess. But I'd rather do the challenges. A 10 of wands and an 8 of swords are up there. We only have a 9 of swords, so let's take that 8 right away. We can do nothing about this 10. Now let's flip other cards. Knight of Cups, can't do anything about you. Page of Pentacles, we have a 10. Let us win the challenge, which is good because we lose every other card we had. You convince Shen of your worthiness to proceed with the 3 challenges. Good mortal. You have convinced me of your worthiness. You must approach the portal and recite the Oath of Entrance. Once you enter, you cannot leave unless you best all 3 of the Guardians. Should you fail, you will be destroyed. On the other side, you will face 3 challenges. The first is a trial by combat. The second is a test of the body. And finally comes an examination of the mind. 3 teachers await you, but first you must open the gate to the arena, and then step inside. Remember Shen's warning that once you have entered the portal, you will not be able to return until you have bested all 3 of the teachers who await you on the other side. However, you believe that you are ready. You decide to bravely step forward and recite the Oath of Entrance, and then cross through whatever portal opens up. 3 of Wands. We have a 9 of Wands, so I'm willing to play our page to get some points. 10 of Swords. Take our 4. 6 of Cups. We'll use our Queen. We win the challenge. 8 of Cups. I meant to click on this one, but we'll go ahead and take you with our Knight. Lose the 6. Take the Ace. And we win. Recite the Oath, and a door that shimmers like rippling water at sunset opens up before you. You take a deep breath and cross over. The mist clears, and you are greeted by an old man dressed in flowing embroidered Chinese robes. He appears to be a scholar, a functionary of some sort, and yet he is armed like a soldier as well. You feel that you should know who he is, but you can't quite recall his name. Greetings, Lost One. I am the spirit of Deng Zhao, tyrant, chancellor, and once grand tutor. And now, I must school you. Choose the form of your destruction. Attack Deng Zhao. He's an overweight old man with a sword. I think I can handle this. Oh, hold on. Hold on. So that's pretty good. 5 target and 8 tricks, 8 draw. But we have 4 target with 9 tricks and 8 draw with Psychic Duel. So let's do this. This is a keen and energetic mind here. It will most likely be a challenge. Will it be a challenge? It doesn't look like it will be, unless we draw a horrific hand. It's an okay hand. Some good number cards, nothing terribly low. And 2 faces, a page and a knight. We can take that 3 of wands with our 8. Well, there's a king of swords. There's a page of swords, and we win the challenge. Take that 8 with our 10. Take that 2 with our 5. Take that 4 with our 7. Dong Zhao's essence is scattered all about your pocket dimension. You suspect that he'll have no problem reforming. In a flash, everything shifts like you were jumping from one train to the next. The mist clears and you're greeted by a young warrior wielding a gigantic Chinese polearm. Greetings, Lost One. I am the spirit of Sun Ce, soldier, conqueror, and hero. And now I must test you. You have only to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Survive my blade and you will advance. Position yourself in a ready stance and raise your hand towards Sun Ce. Without a word, you motion your hand to test, or for the test to commence. This is from Dodgeball, right? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I think that is. We have a feat, right? That's a trap? The set evade trap, but I can't use burst of speed? Okay. I'm pretty sure it did. I mean, it looks like it's not gonna... It wouldn't be useful anyway. Oh, nice. The page we can take with our queen to win very bigly. Alright. You evade all the blows and flawless display of speed and agility. Perhaps you are the one. The mist clears and you are greeted by a middle-aged man sitting on a silk cushion. He looks up at you with a smile. Congratulations, Lost One. I am Cao Cao, the poet. I delight in your arrival, for visitors are few. But you must best me in a duel of poetry. I find that words can cut deeper than any steel. Cao Cao begins his poem. I lift my drink and sing a song, for who knows if life is short or long. Man's life is but the morning dew, past days many, future ones few. You think on the matter, and then recite your poem. Oh. Well, we've got a way to handle the queen. We have no wands cards. We can do nothing. Well, when we get a wands card when we use that 1 feat. So let's flip over these other 6 unrevealed tricks. 7 of swords. Play the queen. We've almost won the challenge. 5 of cups. We can take that with our 6. Ace of cups. Take that with our 2. 9 of cups. Have to use our 3 there. 7 of cups. Take that with our 8. Okay. So we've already won the challenge. We don't need to use Flash of Genius. Do I want more points? Let's get more points. Ooh, it's going to be a ton of points. So we flip over the queen, and we get a swords card, 8 of swords. We still can't take the queen, but we earned 12 points from revealing her. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful, gushes the poet. I have never heard such an elegant observation of roses and their colors. Truly enlightening. In a flash, everything shifts like you are jumping from one train to the next. Oh, it didn't matter in the end. You find yourself back in your dimension once again, confronting Shen, the mystical dragon of the enchanted Qin Gong. Well done, mortal. You're the first in many centuries to face the 3 challenges and return. I hope that you have learned from your journey. You step forward and ask Shen to grant you your reward for besting the 3 challenges. As you wish. Hero of the kingdoms? Hero of the 3 kingdoms. Anytime you would gain health, there was a 5% chance you would gain that much sanity as well. The Hanged Man. You receive +2 card draws and +2 trick cards for any horror challenge while this card is in your inventory. Okay, we're almost playing for an hour, viewers, so we should probably let's go up and try our hand at that gun storage container. And then we'll call the session then. I will, however, save the game. Because, viewer, let's be honest, I'm going to cheat if I don't get a gun. We took a gun skill card. We need a gun. We can get a gun from this. Let's do this. Alright, we're back here. We have better... Ooh, 777. Okay. We will use Arcana cards for this. Alright, let's do it. Most of the weapons appear to be old and broken and useless to you. You decide to spend a little time rummaging around to see if there's anything salvageable. A 10 of Swords and a 6 of Wands. We have a Queen of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and a 10 of Wands. Not bad. So we've won the challenge. Let's use the 10 immediately and flip over other cards. 6 of Cups. Take that with our King. Knight of Swords. We can take you with our Queen. We're 8 over the target number. That's going to be 5 draw. We get a guaranteed gun, to my knowledge, upon the success of this. So I don't feel we need to use... Flash of Genius here, but that's pointless anyway. And I also don't think we need to use an Arcana card. We could use the Lovers to gain more health points and just take this. But once again, I think we're good. You find a few good candidates that might be salvageable. Please don't be the Flintlock. Luger! Alright, we'll take a look at you after we flip over more cards. You can get bullets from this. We didn't. Okay. This is added to our swords hand, if I recall correctly. Yep. Uses 2 ammo each time, so it's usable 5 times. Select a non-face card and bump... Select a non-face blade card and bump its card value up +2. Okay. Okay, well, not bad. We have a gun. So now we want feats and... yeah, we want feats and edges that can make use of this weapon. So we're going to be looking to do that next with our experience points. Speaking of which, we have 6 points. Let's save the game again. So we don't get a different gun. If I decide to do this again, if I don't like how the edge plays out. And let's go ahead and take a combat feat. Whirlwind. Wait, these are melee. So some are melee, some are not. Whirlwind, the blade dances are melee ones, I think. Critical hit and trick shot are not. So we need to take one of these two. Critical hit. Roll 1 bone and then select a revealed non-face trick card and bump its value down X. And then add X points to your trick's taking score, where X is the number of swords or cups rolled, whichever is... Oh, we can use a cups bone for this. Interesting. And then add the number that you rolled to your trick taking score. Okay, that's not bad. Trick shot. Roll 1 bone and then select a non-face blade card and bump it. So this is exactly what our gun currently does, only we're adding to it more. And then bump the card value down on a random non-face trick card not yet revealed -X. So you get to increase your card's value up. A non-revealed trick card that's not a face card, or rather if it targets one that's not a face card, has its value bumped down -X, and then you draw a card. That's too complicated. We're just going to take critical hit. Okay. Oh, it's a... Okay, right. Feats. There are no swords feats. They're all cups feats. All right, we have critical hit now. We have 2 more points. Let's grab a ranged edge. And viewer, we'll stop here. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.